Hello, welcome to the forest. This is a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, in love and life. I'll be asking our guides about your current path and to illuminate your journey, and I may also ask them where they'd like you to be. And at the end, I'll draw a card focusing on the elemental energy to help you feel balanced during the week. And I thought that there were some fun unicorn spirits on the journey today for Libra, so we'll see what comes out here. Ooh, pride and magic. That's cool. Pride came out for another sign this week too. It was Pisces had that, so maybe you know Pisces. But anyway, so you also have magic here. I'll show you that again. Sorry. I feel like these are both just really strong. They're just telling you to tap into your own natural beauty, your own natural grace. It's taking in the world around you and just focusing on calm and just being you. Like, honestly, that's just what I feel from these cards here. It's taking a moment to step back and try to focus on the positive things. Like, as lame as that sounds, like, I feel like there's something that's going on that if you just keep doing you, keep doing your, Libra magic, keeping yourself happy while also, like helping balance the world around you and, all of that. Like, I feel like, you're gonna find a lot of, I want to say, success doing that maybe. I mean, it could even be that you're, a hairstylist or something like that, and like you're just kind of now getting into your flow and learning how to do different things and whatnot. But this could also just be inner beauty, right? Like discovering those things inside of yourself that make you feel passionate, that give you that sense of awe and wonder about the world, discovering those things about yourself. All right, and then I also felt like there were some bright elemental energies out there floating along the path today. There's a full moon, so definitely was feeling that. And I had these crows for you today too. They were calling me for Libra, balancing, the scales of justice on a moonlit night. So the crows seemed appropriate. Let's see what we have here. I have new beginnings. Wow, that's powerful. Originality and angel of miracles. Wow, I really like this one. Makes me think of Christmas, honestly. The angel of miracles. Like, this could be you expecting something at work, like a bonus or something like this. It could be like maybe a pregnancy in the family or for yourself or someone you know. It could just be, the plans that you had that you weren't sure if they were gonna like work out or not, like are working out. But anyway, this could also, I mean, with the new beginnings and originality, like this could be you finding new love or finding a love in something that you like or that has been catching your eye for a while, something that's maybe a little bit different than the average uh the average beat that's going on out there. Because like in this one, I like how she's like dancing in the waves. Uh she's kicking up her heels and her hair is flowing, and she's just doing her. She's doing her own thing. It doesn't matter what's ahead of her, behind her. She's gonna leave her little happy touches wherever she goes. And then with the new beginning, we have this like bright, fiery phoenix, like in all these different colors, and the like a moon glowing behind him. I feel like you're not gonna see this coming. Like I almost kind of feel like these are like some self-healing cards, to be honest with you. I feel like if you haven't been feeling very great lately, or things have just been overwhelming or too much, like you're gonna find that stride. Like you have something new coming into your life, or you yourself are just gonna like find that inner magic in you, that pride in yourself, and that belief in yourself that your steps are beautiful and amazing that you can do this, that the trail that you want to take, the new adventures you want to set off on, they are waiting for you. All you have to do is just be yourself. It's not asking you to do anything crazy. It's just like, no, just simply do you. Just kind of just have faith, just believe in this. Believe in yourself. Honestly, that's what I'm getting from these. Um, so we'll see where you are right now. It's the tarot. Give them a quick shuffle, quick hello. Where is Libra today? Wow, the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. What else do we have for Libra? The Tower, the Knight of Cups. Wow, okay, and the King of Pentacles. You should have centered. I accidentally did the Pisces one uncentered, and I was like, no, but it's too late. I'm not redoing it because it was actually really friggin' amazing reading, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just looks kind of weird, but I must have bumped it and not noticed. Alright, so of course we're gonna have to clarify the Tower. They're like, yeah, we are. Ooh, you're starting off on a new beginning here. And you're like, holy crap, what am I doing in order to get this? You're scared of this. Oh no, but it's happening. Oh no. But I mean, I feel like you have a lot of other really good cards here to help support you. I feel like this is actually really positive. I feel like this is you working with others to stay stable and maybe rediscover your feelings about things, about yourself, maybe with some of these cards. Maybe decided you're not as stuck as you thought you were, or I feel like maybe you're also maybe leaning on friends here during this process. I don't feel like you're leaving anybody behind, any person energy behind per se. From what I'm seeing here, I'm mostly seeing like you having some self doubt here, and I feel like it's mostly the things that you're worried about that are maybe causing you some stress right now because you're worried about this new beginning because you might have had to, shake things up in order, to have this reset here. Oh, did you do this Tower on purpose? Are you pushing this maybe? I'm wondering that because just something about this feels like maybe you felt this was necessary. If you want to do this, right, you're gonna have to destroy the Tower, whatever this is. I mean, go out on your new journey. If this is in love or relationship or just you finding you and keeping your flow here. I'm wondering if, because I see you leaving behind some things that are really negative and bad for you, but maybe at one point you thought they were good for you or you cared about them, or and you're maybe still a bit defensive, but you have to keep moving forward. I mean, I could go another way with this too if you want to say it like that. I could also say if this is like a love situation, it could be that if you were maybe unsure between a couple people, um, or something like that, it could be that you've had this moment now where suddenly you realize that you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to do like a three-party situation, whether that's with another person, like if you're dating multiple people, or if it's like a work thing and you're like juggling things, or like have like a lot, like maybe too much communication going on. But I'm not really seeing that per se, but like I see like it, yeah, like I'm sorry, I got a little shocked there. But yeah, if I say if this was like a love thing, I feel like you've made the decision here to cut someone off that wasn't any good for you, but you're worried that it's the right decision and you're still feeling defensive about it, and like you might just stab, not physically, but like, you know, the like your thoughts are still like, ugh, I don't know if I did the right thing about this or not, like, and you're not necessarily feeling like you want to go shake the next hand of the person in front of you, kind of a thing. I feel like very, like, I feel like, you know, your friends are there for you and that you have like support behind you and backing you up. But I kind of get this vibe of like kind of maybe stay back a little bit with this crow here. Um, you know, this is that, well, okay, like I'm starting over, but what did I, you know, do to get there? You know? And yeah, like usually sometimes I like this card, but I kind of feel like he's like, I don't like how he's holding these swords today, and I don't usually feel that way. Like, but I just don't like it. I feel like he's just gonna, you know, like he's not comfortable with this, and obviously it's a tower moment, so that's probably why I'm getting that too. You know, like, it might also be like that you thought something was gonna start here or change, or and it didn't. You know, and it was kind of like a false start, and you're just like, oh, great. Because maybe you got too worried that things were going to be too hard. Like if you had to cut something off or cut somebody off, and you're just like, well, maybe I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not going to start on this new journey, you know. But honestly, I mean, that might only be for like some people here or whatever. Like, I kind of feel like for the most part, this is either, I mean, it might be like a work thing too, where you've had to like be working with a lot of people and are at the top of your game kind of thing, and things are like ready to kind of I want to say reset here, kind of like move on to bigger, better things, and you're feeling pretty good about it for the most part, other than some like, you know, like what are we gonna have to do to restructure this kind of a thing? Like, are we gonna maybe have to let some people go? You know, are we doing the right thing about this? Like, are we gonna be able to rebuild this? But I feel like you are. I feel like you have a lot of like really good investments going on. And I mean, tower moments can be tricky, you know. I mean, sometimes that could just be like a mental thing that's going on, where you're suddenly realizing that, you know, depending on the situation, you know, it can cause doubt, you know, you know, about things, because it's hard to watch, you know, maybe some things fall apart or have to like get torn down so you can restart and whatever. But I feel like mostly this is like you're in a really good, solid, stable place, and I feel like you have the people around you there to support you and help you, and just help you kind of feel good. And I feel like this tower here with the Five of Swords and the Fool is like you cutting out any negative thoughts or bad things or people in your life that you don't need anymore, in order to embrace a new beginning here, in order to embrace this new energy, this new flow that's coming in, so you can enjoy it, right? But I'll keep going here. Where is Libra headed here? What are their steps on their journey this week? Sorry, I talked a little long there, but I was kind of like, I really want to feel out this tower situation, because they aren't fun all the time. The High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, or Four of Pentacles, sorry. So yeah, put these here. We also have the Two of Swords, so okay. Yeah, you feel bad about this decision you made, but I feel like it was the right decision. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, something fell. Yeah, you're happy with this. I mean, like, I feel like you did the right thing here. I feel like this change that's coming in, it's going to help you. It's going to kind of help, I feel like, restructure things a little bit. I'm trying to get like a feel for all these cards here. Yeah, I see you kind of like here doubting that this situation is going to improve or stay stable, that you might be worried that your opportunities might end up being limited, but they're not going to be. They're not going to end up being that way. You're going to end up with a lot of possibilities. Right, because right now you have like yourself invested into something and it's actually going really, really well, and it's like super stable, and like you're feeling really good about it and focused on it and like feeling happy about it. But you kind of are also like on this new journey right now where everything kind of feels like maybe you're not 100% sure if the things that you once thought were stable like are, you know, and I feel like you want to start off on this new journey here, and you're not sure, you know, if it's going to be worth it in the end. But you're coming from such a stable place here. Like, you know, I feel like this Tower is just you not being sure if you can have faith, honestly. Like, I'm not seeing anything going on here that would be like it might be like the money thing too, that, you know, like your job thing might be a little bit getting like a bit shaken up right now, or like I said, like maybe it's just starting on like the next thing or whatever, and you're like, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna ask. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So you're like, I feel like you're worried that you're leaning on other people too much, or like you're leaning, right? Like, I feel like you're in a really solid place. Like, I feel like you are doubting yourself a bit here, but for the most part, everything looks really good. You're afraid you're not going to like be able to be this king, you know, this Knight of Cups. So you're afraid you're not going to be able to I want to say be that dependable person. You're afraid that you are being like that you are not being dependable, or the person that you're with is not being dependable. But honestly, I kind of feel like it's the other. I kind of feel like I don't know, like I'm not quite sure how to say this, like because I'm like feeling this energy and it feels good. And it feels like it's flowing for the most part. Like like you're so worried that this maybe it's just like a new you kind of vibe. like isn't gonna like work out or whatever, you know, like that this isn't going to last. And I mean, it could be that, if you did have a breakup or whatever, that you're just kind of afraid of moving forward here. But honestly, like, I kind of feel like, sorry, I with those. Um, I do see some struggle here, but I also see you overcoming it is a thing. Um, and like, I know what I'm, like, I feel like there's like a thread here that I'm trying to like pick up on. Like, because if, okay, here's the thing, everything's good, everything's pretty steady around you, right? Job stuff looks okay, relationship stuff looks okay for the most part, like, friendship stuff looks good, you're sitting pretty. And then this moment comes in where you're like, I don't know if I can do this. What if I have to start over? Or, like, kind of a thing. Like, I almost feel like this is new to you, this feeling of having the world around you be stable. And, I'm trying to explain this here. Like, but then you have, yeah, like I was saying, like, you have this moment come in, and it might be something that affects your friends, your family, your loved ones. And then it has you, like, worried kind of, but, because I see you, like, being really upset about this and not really wanting to let it go. And then you're, like, being indecisive, and you're kind of just putting your head down, and you're going to keep working, and you're going to, like, you're going to power through it. And I feel like you are going to end up feeling better about it because you're going to end up realizing you do have a lot of options. And the things that were kind of like, I don't know, looking negative before, like, you're going to find other opportunities here. Like, I feel like even if you're worried about what's going on right now, like, during this week on your journey, you have so many good cards here because you have the High Priestess, and you have the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Like, these are all also very stable, but also, like, potential filled um, outcomes along the way. This is you listening to the universe and finding signs and trusting in your inner wisdom, and fire and passion are going to come in, and you're going to feel really, really good about it. Or once you were not sure, or maybe once you were kind of just too focused on your job, on your money, and, and you're feeling like bad about, about maybe having to start over at some point, about maybe not having enough, or feeling like you're not good enough, you know? I see you kind of thinking about this here. Sorry, like, I don't know why I keep thinking it's like a self thing. Maybe it's the cards that were up above there. With the new beginnings, like, I always kind of feel like that's just like when you start off a new beginning, whether or not you are with a new beginning with someone else, like, you always start with yourself first, you know? Um, and I feel like if this is like a new beginning with the person, that everything is really stable, really solid, really good. And the only thing that's got you shaken up about this is how much you want it, how much you want to do this thing and not doubt it. Because it's fair, and it's balanced, and like even when things don't feel always balanced on your end, the other person steps in, to say, "Hey, I'm here for you. I'm going to help you with this." And then it's vice versa too. Like, when you're feeling that way, they step in and they're like, "Hey, what do you need, Do you need space today? Do you need a latte? Like, do you need a couple bucks, or what can I help take care of for you? What can I help you with?" And you're just like, I feel like you're I don't know if you're worried you're gonna like be taking advantage of them or they're taking advantage of you here. Um, but either way, you know what? Like these cards are showing that this person, like when you guys flip flop this, whatever this is, if this is love or money or whatever, like the other person is being true. This is just who they are in that moment, you know, regardless of who they are any other time here. Um, they are coming from a good, pure heart. You know, this is the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she's not like messing around. You know, she's solid and she's stable and she's loving and creative and she wants to help take care of those around her. You know, and she's not gonna like lack in her kingdom. I mean, you know, I don't say it like that really, but you know, but it's that energy of if I see you struggling, if I see you needing help, I'm gonna help you, right? And I feel like you're that for that person, and they are that for you, and you don't believe it. And I mean, it could be a work thing too, like I'm saying, but I feel like you know that, and I feel like you've constantly been trying to decide if this is for real or not, if you should do this or not, or you know, you are constantly indecisive about it, but you still hang on to it, and you still worry about it though. You know, and yet the universe is here sending you signs, and like this keeps going, and it's at times it is fun and it is engaging and energetic, and it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel good about the world and your opportunities and the things that are out there, you know. If it's a relationship, it gives you hope that even if like you can't see things with this person, like you still know that somewhere out there might be something else. That feeling, that energy that the other person gives you might be out there. So like I'm saying, not necessarily saying love or not, because we do have the Knight of Cups, and he is like, oh, he's a very charismatic, loving energy. You know, he's very focused on happiness and stuff. But with the Pentacles in here too, I mean, not necessarily focused 100% on that, but I mean, it could be love. Anyway, sorry it took me so long to like get to that, but you know, I'll get better. It just takes me a minute sometimes to get there. Um, but yeah, like these energies, like, and if this is a person too, maybe you feel like you owe somebody something, you know, or, but I honestly, I don't think, like, they don't feel that way. They don't feel like you owe them anything. They don't. And you don't owe them anything. Okay? Like, you guys are square. You're good. Like, you don't have to be worried about this. You know, and if you're just stressed out about this journey because you don't know if you can do it with this person, they're going to be there for you. This loving, kind, nurturing person, whoever this is in your life, like, this energy is here, and they're going to help you kind of like be able to see the bigger picture about things and maybe help you work out some of your indecision. I honestly feel like if you just open up to them, they might, you know, say something, you know, or even tell you or reassure you. I mean, it could be that you don't believe them though with that Nine of Swords here. That can be very, you know, brutal energy. It could even be that it's blocking your intuition about the situation. But regardless, you know, even if sometimes you don't look at it, or if maybe you feel like one of you is holding on to it too tightly, maybe one's sometimes a little bit too passionate and too fiery, one's a little bit more, you know, hanging on to things and like, you know, a little bit more screw yeah, I don't want to say that, but I feel like regardless, like the energies that are here, like it's like when things start to feel stuck or too much, or like you start to feel indecisive, this fire comes back in, these winds of change. I don't know why I'm saying that, but like you don't let this go because it makes you feel good. It, you know, I feel like you know, you have victory here. You have the card of victory over, you know, these thoughts. But you know, with this card too, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, you might go back and forth on this too. Like if you can, um, like it, you know, like if you're sure that this is really for real or not. But you know, I think that it is here. You know, like the things that you're worried about over this starting or this new, you know, having to rebuild. You know, I see you focusing. I see you realizing, like tapping into this other energy, this other creative force here. Because like I feel like a lot of these like do balance each other out. Like even when things start to get like a little bit too much here, but you know, not everything's always perfect, and everything always happens all at once either. You know, I'm not seeing anything like, um, well, you know, I mean, it might actually be moving. It's hard to say because you know you have a lot of pentacles, but you also have the Ace of Wands, which can be like an opportunity that comes like right away that you don't see coming. You know, I mean, this could be like a new job. This could be a new person, a new creative project that you're just like, oh, hey, you know, like I want to look at these possibilities, you know. And I feel like this other energy in your life is kind of what's sparking that off here. And it could be that you're just not sure if you can do this, you know, if you can take this path and be victorious about it. But it looks like you're fairly invested in it. And I mean, even if, I mean, worst comes to worst, you're going to have other opportunities. But I mean, I see victory here. I feel like this is more like you heading in a good direction. I mean, you could be like uncertain, you know, if you should hang on to this, and maybe you just have like a lot of negative thoughts going on that might not even have anything to do with the situation, but I mean, it could just be you, you know, trying to rebuild you or just keep, you know, going here. Because, like, I feel on your journey here, like, because where you are, you know, other than having this shake up and having to, like, have this, like, new kind of beginning, this new mindset, this new flow with things that are going on in order to, you know, keep up the progress that you have going on here, you know, maybe keep up your flow with your friends and whatnot. And then maybe too, you're even deciding that maybe you want a little bit less of that, you know, a little less of that chat or a little less of that bustle going on, you know, maybe do more of just you by yourself, listening to, you know, your spirit guides and, you know, just letting yourself think about the things that are going on here so you can focus on your work and your job and then be like, oh, hey, you know what, but like this would be fun to do or that would be fun to do. And I feel like even if you're uncertain about it, like with the Ace of Wands here, like you're gonna know. Like when it's time for you to move, when it's time for you to make that decision, you're gonna know. And it's gonna be the right decision. Especially with the High Priestess card there, you know, because that intuition, it's gonna, like, that's your heart, right? These are your thoughts, right? So this is, especially with these fire cards here, of victory, and the Queen of Wands, who's this fiery, passionate, creative, like, go-getter energy. Whatever you're feeling stuck on, or if you're holding on too tightly for something, or, you know, even just onto those negative thoughts, like, this thing is gonna come in, and right away you're gonna be like, yep, that's it, because your heart's gonna feel it, you know, not just your mind, but like it's gonna click, it's gonna resonate, it's gonna like feel like something to you, you know. But I will get a card here for where you're gonna end up. Sorry, I felt like I was talking really long toward the end there. Where is Libra going to end up on their journey? So we have fire. I have the Six of Acorns and the Empress, which is success, abundance, the Knight of Acorns, the Queen of Feathers, the Three of Feathers. Oh. Ooh, I like this deer here. Oh, I shouldn't have put my finger in front of that one. That was the Empress, the bunny one. Isn't that cute? I love that. I love the halo of the sun around her. So if you keep down this path and you keep working on things and you follow your gut instinct here, you're going to end up friggin' happy. Because it was the right decision. This is the Six of Fire again. And the Knight of Fire. Three of Feathers and the Queen of Feathers. Holy crap. You're going to know. Oh my god. Yeah. Whatever you're worried about, right? This decision, when you make it, it's going to come clear. You're going to know right away. Even logically, you're going to friggin' know. Like, so whatever you're doubting, your heart's going to know the right thing. You're going to follow that because that's your intuition. and you're going to feel really, really good about it. Honestly, like, and you're even going to be able to like think in your head, I did make the right decision. It's going to be like, wow, like I can just kind of like let go of this negativity. I can recover. I can keep on. And like I feel like you're employing this slow and steady fire here, this drive, and you're strategizing and you're planning things out, because suddenly you realize like there are these endless opportunities, and your mindset is going to go from feeling like, holy shit, I can't do this, what's going on, like, can I trust this, can I not trust this, can I trust myself, can I do this thing, to, you know, like along your journey here, because you're kind of like maybe a little shook up, still in a good place, but still like something's like, you know, that tower moment, stuff's changing, and you know, you're gonna have that moment where you're not sure about something, and then your heart's gonna feel it, right? That opportunity is gonna come in, and it's gonna hit you right in the heart, right where your fire is, right? And I know, like, Libra, air signs, right? Like, but you guys still have creativity, you still have passion, like, right? Like, what's that thing that you think about that when you start thinking about it leads to another thing, leads to another thing, like, gets you going, right? Like, makes you feel good. Like, you just want to keep researching and learning all the things and talking to all the people and, like, right? You know, and then, you know, also doing the whole, like, feeling balanced about it, because with all this fire energy and this planning, we also have like the slow and steady drive here. So if things start to feel too overwhelming along your path here, a little bit like too much, like at the end of it here, you're gonna feel a lot better. Things are gonna slow down for you, and they're gonna give you a chance to like maybe plan things out, you know, kind of like do things at like at your own pace here, and it's gonna feel really, really, really amazing. You're gonna feel able to release any of those negative thoughts. And I feel like you're also going to be like, you're trusting your intuition. You know, and this could be like a healing energy too. You know, healing those thoughts of yours. You know, in a slow and steady way, understanding that what you're doing is working. You know, you just kind of have to keep working at it, and you can keep working at it, and like just be like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But anyway, I'm gonna ask for a card here for you to lean on today, to vibe with for the week. Sorry if this got long there. I felt like at the beginning there were so many different ways this could go, and then I feel like maybe toward the end kind of felt a little bit more like in the same flow. But I mean, it's not to say it couldn't be all different things, but you know, it could be like a dating thing where you find somebody where you're like, yep, that's the one, you know, that's it, that's my person, you know, and you're like, wow, you know, and then you take that moment of like that fire and you go, yep, like, and like your brain, your logic aligns with it, and how you're feeling about it is you're not going to rush it. You're going to feel really, really happy about it, but you're not going to rush it. You know, you're going to put in those slow steps there. I don't say slow necessarily, but those well thought out plan, you know, like you're like, okay, I want to do this thing with this person. You know, I mean, we do have the Knight of Acorns and the Empress. I mean, that's fire, but it's also planning. It's like, it's following that rush in your heart towards something that's going to be long term and prove to be very abundant, you know, very restful. It's going to help you feel better about yourself. And this might even just be, like I said, like you understanding you, like starting off on this new journey and, you know, reinvesting yourself in you, maybe leaning on others to help you along the way so you can get to this place where you feel good about things again and you're just like triumphant. And I feel like where you are right now is really, really good, and you're just kind of like finding this new flow here, you know, letting go of these negative thoughts because you're like, you know what, I can friggin' do this, like, and this actually feels really good. And then the card to lean on for the week, guys, the Star. That's a major arcana. That's the universe is literally like they're healing. This is which is so cool with these cards here, because that's definitely what I was feeling, you know. If you need something to lean on the Star card. Lean on this it's Aquarius energy. So it's air energy, you know, but it's this flow of ideas. and thoughts, emotions, like that are healing and good, that are going to kind of help keep you afloat on your journey this week. You know, whether this is another person or something like a job or an opportunity here, it's going to be very healing for you. And you're going to use your intuition, and it's going to not maybe even be something that you expect. It might even be different from what you expect. But I feel like the universe is going to come to you with this knowledge, you know, and with your feelings and your intuition, and you're going to trust that, because honestly you're going to feel it in your core that this is right, right? Like this is going to resonate with you so hard that like you're not going to have any doubts left, because you're going to feel healed, you're going to feel well again. The situation is going to feel healthy. There's not going to be anything toxic about this person whatsoever. Like they are a pure heart, and the situation is pure, and it's healing, and it's divine. So if you need something to lean on this week, Libra, lean on that pure, divine, celestial, heavenly air. All right. Have a good week.